Okay, so I'm going to introduce this panel. Kolby is going to introduce his panelists, but I'm going to introduce Kolby, who's fabulous and is very, very passionate about how to actually convert your efforts on social media into real monetized business. Does that sound like is that what you're going to talk about?
Now I will.
Okay, I just
awesome.
totally changed the
that guy.
panel.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be so great.
Sitting next to his wife.
Okay, no, I'm going back. I'm going back to work. But enjoy.
What's up, Phoenix? Let me stand up. So, first and foremost, let me thank everybody for taking some time out of their day to slice up and come with us and be along for this journey. Anytime I have the opportunity to speak to a new audience or to a new group of people, I don't take it lightly. Like it's a blessing, and I'm very humbled to have your attention. So, big round of applause to Phoenix Startup Week for having this kick butt event over the last week. Thank you so much. And I fit in this weird niche because we started having this conversation in October about having me come in and do kind of what it is I do. And I'll frame some context as to who I am. I was in corporate America for 15 years. I left corporate America as an executive running a $500 million sales team, P&L, to go into the startup community and started a software company, then a sports agency with some basketball legends that are from here locally. Turned that into a consulting business, and then what I realized is I had this really, this knack and this drive and this love for helping entrepreneurs take ideas and do something with those ideas, right, based on my experience. And what I started just giving out turned into a full-time obsession. Toward this point, it's up to close to 420 entrepreneurs that have done almost $100 million of revenue from ideation to actually validation of revenue. So I've done it a few times, and I like it. And through that, I've had the experience of, in February of last year, I decided to say no more bullshit on social media and post unicorns and pictures of my kids, and I broadcast and I socialized my journey of what it is I was doing and why it was important and how I lost my house and I walked away from a $500,000 job to go chase a dream, and I shared it all. And through that experience, what I realized were the people in high school that follow you now don't matter. Get them out. It's the people that really want to be along for the journey as to where you're going that matter. Because as you start to share your experience, what you find are there are millions of people out there just like you that are trying to do the same thing. Fair enough? So they came along for the journey, and from February to October of last year, I hit 1 million impressions. I did over 125 radio shows, blogs, television shows, and the message started to resonate. And then from October to January, I hit another 1 million. And my goal this year is to hit 10 million people and be able to have an impact on 10 million people on being able to tell my story and motivate and generate opportunities and help give tactical advice to people that are out there. My goal is, I know every one of you. How many of you work a day job and are an entrepreneur doing something? Raise your hands. How many are full-time entrepreneurs and have a business? Okay, awesome. So it's like kind of 70-30. I truly believe that every one of us was put on this planet for something bigger than working behind a desk 60 hours a week for somebody else. Anybody agree? Raise your hand if you agree. Oh, that sucks, all of you. So in that, I've taken it as a personal journey to help as many people as I can unplug from the matrix. And what I've done is I've surrounded myself with that like-minded kind of vision and that journey that will help, based on their specialty, kind of come along. So today, as we go through this, I'm going to swear, and I'm going to be real, and I'm going to be just who I am. I used to wear a suit every day. I don't see anybody who used to work with me, so I usually point to an example, like, hey, wear a suit every day. I'm tattooed. I love to drink beer and ride a motorcycle. I've got 4 beautiful kids, and I say fuck sometimes. Sorry, that's what I do. And in the meantime, I love to help people, right? Because putting on this persona and not telling you who I am is what everybody else does, and that's what I want you to kind of pull out of your shell and understand. By doing that, and by being who you are, you can attract an audience. And by being consistent with your message and with your content, providing quality, you'll be able to build value. And that value equates to revenue. It equates to a tribe. It equates to following. It equates to revenue. It equates to all of these great things depending on how it is you want to leverage that. So today, I did a keynote on Monday. They asked me to come back and do a panel. So when I looked at it, they said, pick some people. I picked 4 different people that are in 4 different businesses and do totally different things. What we were going to dive deep into is how to leverage influencers to like go grab revenue and expand your brand. And then on Monday when I asked, let me ask you this. How many people are using social media in their business today? How many people are actually making money on social media? Okay, 3 of you. Okay, so we're going to pull this back a bit and I'm going to set the stage, right? Social media influencing means 2 things. It means being able to leverage a group of people that have an install base and have eyeballs already to be able to get your brand in front of and tell that story, to be able to capitalize on that, to get more viewers into what your business does, to help with your value proposition, to drive you to market faster. The old days of leveraging a PR agency are over. Who would agree that, you guys, how many people follow Gary Vee? Most of you. How many people agree that this is the new TV? Okay, this is where the eyeballs are. So getting here is important. So what we're going to talk about is how do you get here by people that are getting here and getting the eyeballs to get your message across, right? So the first piece are social media influencers are paying people that have big followings to get your name out. The second piece is how are people leveraging social media to really increase their brand, both personal and in their business. I want to start there because when I asked how many people make money on social media, 2 of you do. So let's start there, and as we kind of equate into that, we can do some Q&A and get more specific. We're going to do some rapid fire here. I think we have 45 minutes to an hour together. I've got questions I prepared, and then I really want to make sure that we open this up for Q&A because the stuff that you want to know is the stuff that's most valuable.